In this video, we're going to walk step by step through a bank reconciliation question. This is representative of the kind of question you're going to get in your Accounting Fundamentals ACA exam. And bank reconciliations are one of those topics where candidates always seem to drop marks. Bank reconciliations aren't particularly difficult mathematically and conceptually, but because it's easy to get confused about what items need adjusting and what don't, students often get into a bit of a muddle. So what I want to do here is walk through this question slowly and methodically so you can get a bit of a feel for how I would go about attacking this kind of question on exam day. Okay, so in this question we're told that Derry Limited is undertaking a bank reconciliation on the 30th of June 2003, and the bank statement shows a positive balance of £589 at that date. So that's our starting point for the purposes of our reconciliation. And then we're told that we've got three adjusting items that we need to think about. So first, there's a customer receipt of £171. So that customer receipt has been recorded within the bank statement, but it hasn't been recorded within the nominal ledger. Secondly, we've got a bank error. So the bank erroneously debited £102 to Derry's account instead of Eagle plc. And third and finally, we've got a £215 payment which was recorded in the nominal ledger but hasn't yet cleared the bank. So that's our three issues that we need to think about in this question. And what we've been asked to do is to calculate the correct cash at bank account balance that needs to be presented in Derry Limited's nominal ledger after adjusting for each of these three issues. So if you want to pause here and have a go at the question yourself, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, let's walk through the problem step by step. So before we jump into the numbers, let's be really clear here on what we need to do. So we've been asked to reconcile from the bank statement to the nominal ledger. So we need to start with the bank statement balance and then adjust to get to the cash at bank balance, which should appear in the business's nominal ledger. And this is the really crucial thing when it comes to bank reconciliations. Before you start answering these kind of problems on exam day, you have to be clear in terms of which way you're reconciling. A lot of the mistakes that arise in these kind of questions come about because students just don't understand or lose track of the direction of the reconciliation. So here, in this specific example, we're starting with the bank statement and we're adjusting to get to the nominal ledger. So here we start with our bank statement balance of £589. And importantly, we don't need to adjust for everything. We only need to adjust for the issues which affect the bank statement. So we're not interested in any errors that appear in the nominal ledger and the cash at bank account balance. We only care about the errors which specifically impact the bank statement. So with that in mind, let's work through the issues one by one. So the first issue that we were told about is the customer receipt. And when you're working through a bank statement reconciliation, I really recommend setting it out on a table like this, where you start with your starting balance at the top of the table and then you end with the balance you're aiming to reconcile to at the bottom. So the first issue that we need to look at is the customer receipt, and that was worth £171. And we were told this was recorded in the bank statement, but it wasn't recorded in the nominal ledger. So because the £589 balance in the bank statement already includes this receipt, we don't need to make any adjustments for this issue because that £589 already includes the £171. So we don't need to make any changes for that. Next, we've got the bank error. So this is the second issue we were told about in the question. So the bank incorrectly debited £102 to Derry's account. And what that means is our bank statement balance of £589 is too low because money's been taken out of the account balance, which shouldn't have been. So to correct this error, we need to add back or reverse the impact of the error. So we need to add back £102. And then finally, we've got the £215 payment, which was recorded in the nominal ledger, but hasn't yet been cleared by the business's bank. So this is what's known as an uncleared payment. So here, the payment's already recorded in the ledger, but it's not recorded and not been posted to the bank statement. So that means the bank statement balance is overstated. And to reconcile to the nominal ledger, we need to subtract the £215. So now that we've worked through each of the three issues individually, we can bring everything together to calculate the correct cash balance. So we start with our bank statement balance of £589 and we apply each adjustment. So we take 589, we add 102 and we subtract £215. So that gives us a final figure of £476. So that's our correct cash balance as per the nominal ledger. But the final thing we need to do, if you look at our options, is to determine whether that £476 is a debit or a credit. So we know that the answer is going to be option A or option B. We just need to work out whether it's a debit or a credit entry. So remember, we started with a bank statement balance of £589 and that was a credit. And after adjusting for these three reconciling items, we've arrived at a revised cash at bank account balance of £476. And from the bank's perspective, that £476 remains a credit balance because it represents money that the bank owes to the business. So the bank is in credit to the business from their perspective. However, the question very subtly asks us for the nominal ledger account balance, which is from the business's perspective. So from the business's perspective, that £476 of cash is an asset. So in the business's accounts, we would record that £476 as a debit. So the correct answer here is option A, £476 debit. Cool, hopefully that walkthrough helped. I find that bank reconciliation questions do get a lot easier the more practice you do, but I just recommend taking a moment to slow down, walk through each issue methodically and be clear on which direction the reconciliation is going in. Are you reconciling the nominal ledger to the bank statement or the bank statement to the nominal ledger? If exam day is fast approaching and you're feeling a little bit nervous, not quite sure where you stand, and you want more exposure to exam standard questions that are reflective of the kind of problems that you're going to face in the exam on exam day, then I've prepared a number of mock exams which I think are a good reflection of the accounting fundamentals paper. So if that sounds useful and you want to check out those mocks, then I've put a link down below in the description and in the comments, so do check those out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.